Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to compression test the motor. So let's get into today's video. Alright, so you might be asking yourself, why in the world would you want to compression test a motor? And there are many reasons why. Definitely the number one reason would be when you're going to buy a vehicle, especially an expensive vehicle. You want to make sure that the head gasket, the piston rings, basically you want to know that the motor is running on all 8 or all 4 cylinders or 6, whichever style of motor that you buy. And the easiest way to find out the health of a motor is to compression test it. And basically what you're doing is you're removing one spark plug at a time. You're inserting the compression tester into the threaded spark plug hole. You're cranking the motor 2 to 3 times. You're just holding it 1, 2, 3, a few seconds, and then you come back, you look at the gauge, and you can tell how healthy each cylinder is by itself by just googling what is the actual like normal compression range for these motors. The one behind us that we're going to be compression testing is actually a 4AGE, and the reason why I am personally compression testing it is because I'm going to be soon adding boost to this, which is a turbocharger. We're going to be adding somewhere around 5 to 6 pounds, nothing too crazy, but I do want to know that we're starting off with a healthy platform. So we're going to compression test it, and hopefully the numbers are pretty much all the same across all cylinders. So let me show you guys exactly how to do that. Alright, so this is what you will generally need to perform the compression test. You're going to need a very basic compression tester, a ratchet, extension, and a spark plug socket, and a few wrenches just to tighten up any connections on the compression tester itself. Alright, so I have my compression tester all together. It's a gauge at the top, connects to a hose, and a threaded spark plug side at the bottom, and I had to tighten this up with the wrenches like I said. Now it's time to move on to the vehicle, and what we're going to do is remove this cover that's sitting over the spark plug wires. And now we are going to be starting with this one. We're just going to go from left to right. There's 4 of them. So I'm going to pull this off. And now we are going to remove the spark plug itself. There you go. Spark plug is out. I'm just going to rest this on the ground. Now we will take our compression tester, push it down, and start to thread it into the spark plug hole, just like this. Spin it in. I'm just going to keep going until it gets snug. Alright, so it's snug now. As you can see, the gauge is at 0. And I'm going to connect the battery. Alright, everything is set up. Test is in place. Alright, now got the key in ignition. I have a fuel pump switch that I have turned off. You guys most likely will have to pull your fuel pump fuse or relay. You don't want the motor starting, so now what we're going to do is crank it a few times, and that should be it. Just crank it a few times. Now you go under the hood, take a look at your gauge, and there you have it. This one specifically reads 100, I believe that's 155, no, 160, 165. Well, I really couldn't read that one pretty good, but we know that it's a little past 150, so it's like 155, somewhere around there. So now you want to take all the pressure out of it by pressing the little button, just like that, and start to take it out. And you're going to repeat this process until you've checked all of your cylinders. Alright, so now we have it in the second cylinder. No pressure on the gauge. Gonna go right here to your key, crank it. I don't know why she started. Alright, that should be enough. Bingo, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for it to be as close to each other as possible. So the first one was 155, this one is 149 or 48. As you can see, we want all of the cylinders within, I believe it's 20 PSI. So the first one, definitely, the first two are pretty good. And now we're gonna check the third and fourth one. Now we are on the third cylinder, gauge set at 0. Same process as before, you just continue doing it along all of these cylinders. There we go. Perfect, that's just what I wanted to see. This one is at 150 sharp, so hopefully the fourth one is as close to 150 as possible, and then we can give this motor a clean bill of health, because it is definitely, all of the cylinders are within the same range, which would mean that the rings, the piston walls, the head gasket, everything is within spec for the mileage on this motor. So let's get to doing the fourth one. All right, same process as before. We're on cylinder number 4. We started with 1, 2, and 3, now on 4. Gauge is set at 0. And we are going to crank it. And that's it. Perfect. Just what I wanted to see. Very close to 1. That's 148. Perfect. Alright, so let's get to the results of the test. Every cylinder read definitely within 20 PSI of the first cylinder. The first cylinder was 150, second one was 149, third one was 100 and I think 48. So they're all very, very close together, which means this motor is wearing down very evenly. Head gasket, piston rings, all of that stuff are in very good shape, and definitely we can throw the boost at this motor. That's all we wanted to know. But like I said, compression tests can definitely verify for you if a motor that you are buying is a good motor, or if it has head gasket or ring problems. So if this video helped you guys at all, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like videos like this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.